you mentioned to me, I was actually dropping some food off to you because I was grabbing food for myself, and I had boxes of like beans and stuff in the back of my car, and I spotted you when I was on the way to get food, and so I stopped because I'd already told you about this food that I had, these cans and stuff I had for you, but I just hadn't had a chance to run by Joy, and so I stopped and just dropped them off, and then we got to talking, and you mentioned that you were starting, or you had plans on starting this, like a cooking school.
Yep. What it was is we were thinking of this pre-COVID. Everything's pre-COVID, and it just got a little delay. And then last year, a girl, Valeria, came up to me, and she said that her organization, the Junior League of Greenville, was involved in helping children learn how to cook, and that they wanted to sponsor something like that, get some volunteers for it. Now, this past January, Toby from Starlight Cafe and King's Deli was in for the soup competition. And he's like, hey, you know, it'd be really cool if we could take kids out of the neighborhood and teach them how to cook. I said, well, geez, I thought of this 2 years ago. A girl, Valeria, mentioned it to me last year. I said, you want in on this? He says, yep. And because and our idea of it is kids today, too many of them, you see them, they all need neck braces because they all do this all day long.
They're all looking down. And it's not really great for your posture.
Or it's this.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's why we started those children activities at Joy on Wednesdays. But then there's a hospitality department over at ECU where they actually come in and they have to cook meals at Joy as part of their course over at the college. So we thought, wouldn't it be really cool to get kids at an earlier age? One, get them off the street. Two, teach them a trade. Now, I know a lot of people don't want to go into the food business because the food business just took a beating for 2 years. But it's not just about owning a restaurant. It's about teaching yourself how to cook healthy, delicious food. You know, for you to cook for your family, even yourself. So we decided, and actually we were supposed to have the first day last Saturday, April 2nd, and it got put on hold just due to some insurance liabilities. We need to make sure we're all covered, and we have a lawyer actually working pro bono on this. She messaged me this morning saying, you don't have enough coverage for this, so hold off until we get this done. And her and I are going to talk this afternoon. Then we're going to put it towards the board, and we're just basically going to up our coverage because what we want to do with this cooking school is we want to teach kids from the ground up. They're not all going to be little Gordon Ramsays the first day. They're going to learn what it's like to wash a pan, empty a barrel, and work their way up.
All the shitty stuff.
All the shitty stuff right off the bat, and let them know that it's not all glory, and teach them from the ground up. This is how you prepare food. This is how you order food. This is how you calculate how much food you need. Teach them basics on how to cut a vegetable. The girl who works for me now at Joy, 14 years at Aramark, had the worst knife skills I've ever seen in anybody that's been in the food industry for 14 years. I mean, her first week in Joy, she almost cut her hand open 5 times. And I'm like, weren't you ever shown how to handle a knife? And she's like, no. And now she's been working at Joy for 2 years. She knows the proper way to cut, how to actually decide how much food you're going to need. I mean, I remember the first time she was making a shepherd's pie, and she said, how much hamburger do I need? I said, well, you're going to do about 100 portions, and you're going to need 4 ounces of hamburger per portion. And she went to the freezer, and she pulls out like 10 pounds of hamburger. I says, how many ounces is that? She goes, I don't know. And so with this school, now D.H. Connolly High School has a cooking school there.
Okay.
So the lawyer that we have pro bono for us knows the people running that school. So they're going to assist us at getting kids maybe at an earlier age or kids outside of their reach to teach the food business to. And we were thinking what would be really cool, is have this on Saturdays and maybe once a month have the owner or head chef of a local restaurant come in and teach these kids something about the business. I think it would be good exposure for the restaurants in the community. It'd be great for children to actually learn from somebody doing this every day and not just being taught by some teacher in school. Anybody can teach somebody out of a book.
Yeah.
But when you got a hands-on person and you can tell somebody's been doing this and they love doing this, it might get 2 of those kids in that neighborhood off the street. And like I tell everybody, with even the things we do now, we're not going to save these kids. We're trying to save 1. And if we save 1, we've done our job. Because no matter what happens, no matter what you do for people are going to take advantage of your help, and they're going to hate you for it after. But if you reach 1 person, that's all we're trying to do. Is my motto. I said it last time I was here. Every day I get up, I make 1 person smile. I don't hurt 1 person. I go to bed at night. I'm a happy man. I had a good day. Mm-hmm. If I can accomplish both of those things, and it's a lot harder. Making people laugh, anybody can make somebody laugh. But when you truly make somebody smile and you see that smile stretch ear to ear and you've hit that person deep in their soul, that you made their whole day with what you did for them, and you didn't hurt somebody, and that's a hard thing to do.
Hey there, hope you enjoyed that clip. You can find more clips like this and full video episodes of the Small Stuff Podcast on our YouTube channel. You can also listen to full episodes of the Small Stuff Podcast in audio form wherever it is you get your podcasts. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Audible, all the places. Also, follow us on social media. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. All the links are in the description. Have a nice day.